Hello, my butterfly beauties, and welcome. If you are new, my name is Charlene, and on this channel, we discuss everything beauty, fragrance, and lifestyle. So if you like my style, why don't you subscribe and you stay a while. In today's video, as you saw in the thumbnail, we're doing my top 10 winter palettes. So if you want to see some of my tried and true favorites that I've had in my collection for years that I love to pull for during the winter season, then just stay tuned. All right, so in this video, I got different ones that got, whatever the vibes that you're having for this cold time period. I normally pull more for my cooler tone or neutral type palettes. And then I have some of like my ones that I have like Glam, like if you're trying to be festive or celebrating something, like you're getting all dressed up and going somewhere. Some of those type palettes, and then your everyday palette. So your everyday glam, everyday makeup looks. So these cover all the categories. I do have one honorable mention because this palette is no longer sold, but you may still have it in your collection. So if you have it, pull it out. But my first one that I'm going to go over with you today is from Pat McGrath, and this is her Bridgerton collection collab that she did. And she calls this one, I think it's the Diamond of the First Water. So it looks like this. This is the color story. And what I love about this, to me, this is an everyday type palette, but I love this pop of this icy cold blue in this palette. For some reason, it has a shift to it. It has like a sparkling blue purple shift about it that I love for the cooler weather. Like for some reason, that's the time that I want to pull this one out. So that is Diamond of the First Water from Pat McGrath. The other one that I have here is the Natasha Denona Glam palette. That is actually the palette I am wearing today. I did film a short of this, so you'll see that coming up soon of what's all on my face. But this is what the Glam palette looks like. This is your cool tone, neutral tone colors. So definitely something to pull out and wear during the winter season. You can do all kind of looks with this palette from everyday to glammed up. Like I said, I am wearing it today in this look. In everyday palette, this is one of her top sellers, her favorites list for a reason. Sticking with Natasha Denona, we'll just keep all her palettes together. This is my new Lila palette. I had Lila in my collection forever and a day. I finally got rid of it and just repurchased this one. So this one will not look used, but believe it, she has been used and abused for years. This is just my fresh palette that I got not too long ago. But these colors in here really speak to me during the, winter season for some reason. That's when I like to pull this one out. It has more of your muted purple tones in here. They got the neutral purples, the more, like I said, cooler type purples. But either way, no matter what kind of purple tone or look you're going for, which I love purple, this one kind of covers a lot of the bases. Now, she did release the Roxa palette, and I do have that in my collection, and I have pulled that out to use it because I haven't used that one yet. So, Lila is still in my top list for winter time. So, that is your Lila palette. I think that is all my Natasha Denona. Let me go back to Pat McGrath since I mentioned Pat McGrath. I should have did all hers together. The first one I have here is her, is this her Venus? Yeah, Venus in Flores palette. This is a quad. This quad to me, you can really wear this any time of year, but this quad to me stands out in the winter season. You see how it has that flip in there? This color here goes from a reddish orange, like a rose gold. Even it has like hues of orange in it. Oh, it's so gorgeous. But this shade is like really like a super glammed up shade. So and it's golden. Yeah, it looks gold when I look at it. You see rose gold. It just does so much flipping on your eyes that is gorgeous. And these other tones in here also are super beautiful because this one has more of a champagne-y gold. This one is staying true to more of your true rose gold. But yes, these colors in here are gorgeous. This is your glammed up quad here. Definitely going somewhere and doing something with that one. And this one here is the Interstellar. I believe this is the Interstellar Icon. Yes, her Interstellar Icon. This is another one that for some reason I tend to pull more for the winter season, especially for this shade here. These bronzy colors here are also nice for this time of year as well. But this tone blue in here gives me those nice cozy cold weather vibes, like when you think of how sometimes snow has that glistening blue about it. That's what this gives me the mindset of. So this is Interstellar Icon, absolutely gorgeous quad. And then the other one I have here is the Mothership Subversive Palette La Vie en Rose. This one here looks like this. You see that? This is another one that kind of goes with like that Lila palette I was telling you about earlier. It's got those purple and mauve tones in it, and this gold in here is super gorgeous around this time of year to wear. I love this palette. It does some beautiful looks. It's a bold palette as well, but it does some very beautiful looks. So to me, I normally pull this out during the winter time as well to play with. It's gorgeous. The other one I have here that I pulled out is the Mothership Subliminal Dark Star palette. This one is absolutely gorgeous. Like, I really love to play with this one during the winter time as well. And you see why this color here is gorgeous. I love the gold here and this blue here, all. And these are your cold tone smoky eyes. This one, like it says, is a dark star palette. So this is when you want to do those nice, deep, sultry, smoky eye looks. And the selection of colors in this palette works beautifully together and makes some gorgeous looks. So Dark Star is on the list. And the other one I pulled is her Sublime Bronze Temptation. This is another one, like I said, that I love for this time of year because of the tones. And this one has this reddish color in here that has a nice little flip in it. This shade is also found in one of her Motherships palette, but then it's green and it's gold. As you could tell, I love this whole palette. This palette works, and to me, it really screams winter time. So this is when I normally like to pull for this palette. It's gorgeous. I love it. That is the Bronze Temptation. All right. One of the other quads that I love is from Tom Ford. And this one is, let me take the thing out of here so you guys can see it. It won't look like I hardly ever touched this, but I've worn this several times. But it just has that smoothness about it that's hard to tell. You could probably kind of tell it a little bit there where you can see where I normally use my fingers when I'm using these. So, but this is your glammed up quad. This one is, what do they call this one? The Tom Ford Extreme and Bad A. Yeah, not going to say it, but Bad A. You can look it up. But this one is, like I said, your party, going out, your glam. That's what this is. So to me, this is a special occasion. You going to a wedding, going to an evening out with friends. You wearing a gown, you getting all dressed up. That's another one of these where you pull this out. So this is the Tom Ford quad. And then I have two other ones for you. The first one is from Adept Cosmetics. It's the collaboration that Heather Austin did with Adept. Heather Austin is a beauty creator here on YouTube, and she loves indie makeup as I do as well. I love the indie makeup. Don't get me wrong, I've loved the mainstreams, but and I love, like you just saw, some of their higher end, the Pat McGrath and Natasha Denona, but indie has a piece of my heart when it comes to eyeshadow palettes. So this one here, as you can tell, her colors in here, she did a beautiful job picking the colors in here. And some of these have some beautiful flips. I love this blue purple flip in this one here. That is gorgeous. I think you can see that. I can see it on the camera, so hopefully you can see it. And then these shades here, this has a icy blue here. I don't know, can you tell? It's an icy blue flip in this one too. That reminds me of that cold weather. And then I love these tones here and here around this time of year as well. So a very versatile palette. This is kind of like one that transitions well from fall to winter, and then also is good winter palette. So pull this one for one of my top winter palettes. And then last but definitely not least is Inslee Rain Cosmetics Cold Moon. So Cold Moon here is one that screams to me winter. Isn't that beautiful? You know how I had Flower Moon in my fall palettes? And this one to me screams winter. It has your cooler and more neutral tones about it. These colors all here all work for this season. Like, it doesn't matter what your vibe is, what the mood you're going for, but these are absolutely gorgeous. I love these colors. I have dips going on several of these shades. This color here is gorgeous. It has, like I said, they all have some flips in them. And the camera will never always give it justice, but put it on your eyeballs and you will see. But they definitely are some beautiful shades, beautiful shades. So that is my top picks for my winter palettes. For, hold on, did I do them all? Yeah. No, I didn't do my honorable mention. So my honorable mention that I was going to tell you guys about, because the other ones, I've seen them come back in stock here and there. So although they may not be in stock now, sometimes the brand do put them back in stock, or you can find them like at discount stores or whatever. But the honorable mention is one I haven't seen back in quite some time, and that's the Natasha Denona Gold palette. So the Natasha Denona Gold palette, if you have it in your collection, pull it out. It's absolutely gorgeous. I think I've switched out one of the shades in here. I think I switched out one of the blue shades in here and put another crease shade for me to use in here. But all in all, for the majority of the part, this is the gold palette. And the golds for a reason. Like that Glam palette, the Cold Moon palette, some of the other ones focus more on the gray tones. This is your one that focuses on the glam looks, the gold looks. And to me, this is gorgeous also for this season. So no matter if you're looking for the grays, you're looking for the golds, you are all covered with these palettes for this winter season. So tell me what you think of my picks below, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.